Greetings and salutations, I'm Lord Then for Achroma Lord. Last time I did a quick unboxing for you, or unwrapping, of the 10 card booster pack for Achroma Chapter 1. Remember, there's only 500 of those. I've done one of them, so there's only 499 left. Say 499, there's 2 more. So let's unwrap these and see what we get today. Last time I was quite happy to get myself a wonderful little alt art. I got myself the Strength in Numbers for Draco Rayon. Okay. One of my favourite alt arts, and also got myself a rather nice rare, the Achroma Corruptor. Okay. Let's see what we get today with these 2 packs. Today we have, see, last time I did this, I had them face up, but this time I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to make sure they're face down. If you didn't watch my last video, you have a chance of any of the 4 realms in these, but you also have a chance to gain yourself each of the alt arts as well. So first up we have Aurium Fracture. So this comes from, well, it's realmless. You can spot the realm for a card in the top left hand corner. If there's no realm symbol, it can be used in any realm. This is a wonderful legendary. Once during your turn you can reveal a card with pink, and X is the number of cards on your canvas with pink. Okay? So if you have 2 cards on your canvas with pink, this is one of them. Okay, so that would be this and another one, you'd get +2. Okay, if you have 3 cards with pink, +3. You can do this, revealing a card with pink, at any point during your turn. So you can do it before your draw trade step as well. So you can reveal a card, keep turning them over until you find one that you like, or not that you like, but that you have with pink. If you have a deck which is predominantly containing pink, then that's fantastic, because this card will be putting one up every turn, and then if it's a nice high card, you can make sure you can trade it or play it. If you do play it, you're going to get 1 back during your resolution step. Okay? And this is obviously a legendary, you can tell by the little hex here. Cool. Fantastic, and you can get these from the Realm Runner boxes, which is the expansion boxes. Fantastic. Next up we have an Impious Drake. Okay. For Draco, action: choose a player, they must erase a card from their canvas. Can be quite nice to play, especially when someone's only got a few cards remaining. Given the ruling on how protection works, you can't remove a card that has protection. However, if it's the only card remaining and they have to choose to erase one, then you can use this to force somebody to erase a card with protection. Next up we have Squad Formation from Sailor Moon. This is a fantastic card. I actually have a couple of these in my Splat deck. First you reveal a painter, then you reveal a fairy. Okay? Absolutely fantastic. Remember, there's 2 separate actions, so in between them you should be shuffling your deck as well. Okay? Absolutely brilliant, especially when you get it as one of the first cards in your hand. Next up we have Magnus of Lacringi. Okay? Brilliant card for Wishwell. Basically, action is dig for a character, but he himself is a 4-shard card, giving you 2 back in your resolve. For Sparata we have Morag. Okay. Morag is fantastic. Everyone loves Morag. This is the original Morag. In Chapter 2 there is a new Morag. Okay, you can actually have, currently you can have both in the deck at the same time. But this Morag, for a flat 3 cost, you get 1 steel, in addition to which every turn she can squish. So she has squish 1, so you give another card on your canvas 1 squish, and that's 1 drain to use against your opponent. We have the Silver Sprinkles plant. Okay, it's an object for Sparata, cost 1, gives 1 prevent. Okay. We have a Ravaged 1, since we've got lots of Sparata in this deck. The Ravaged 1, it's a flat cost, costs you 1, it's a character, but it gives you an action of squish 1. Okay. It can be a nice character to have as a throwaway character, or when you just need to have some extra characters on the board. Okay. Back over to Drake, we have Drake Corruption. Seen this before? Okay. Sacrifice a razor card. Back over to Sparata, we have Excess Paint Pots. It costs you 1, you draw the top card of your palette and you trade it. This is a very good way to get around rules that prevent you from trading, or if you are unable to trade during your step for whatever reason, or if you just need to get the extra little oomph to get you over the line. Okay. We have Sparata again for a painting class. Okay. You get +1 for each of your cards with Splat, which is absolutely fantastic. It only costs you 1 shard to play, and then once it's been played, every single card you have, and to be fair, most of the time you'll have 4, maybe 5 cards with Splat on your canvas at once. Okay. We have Cornelius Hugh. He's a doctor, just to let you know. Dr. Cornelius Hugh, he is a legendary, he's a heroic character. He is a paint and teacher, or he's a fairy teacher. Obviously he teaches Achroma. He's one of the main characters for the Sparata realm. Absolutely fantastic. Read the stories with him in. He's brilliant. He gets Splat 1 and you get to choose 2 colours. Okay, that's the standard colours, obviously red, yellow, pink, green, cyan or light blue, and blue or dark blue. Okay. The shard value of cards while in players' hands is reduced by the chosen shards. So if you choose, for example, red and yellow, and you have another card with red and yellow, you wouldn't have to pay those shards, so it gets reduced by those. Okay. We have a Brisgavi Fishing Spear for Wishwell. The attached character gets Rage. Rage is a really cool mechanic. It lets you attack twice per turn. Because it is an object giving that, it means that you don't have to already have Rage on the character. You can apply it to a character that's been out for 1 turn already, and then attack twice, which is pretty fantastic. Given the way that combat and deployment works in the game, you can attack with a character, throw on the fishing spear, and then use another attack with that character, which is fantastic. Back to Sparata Realm, we have the Castle Gates. Okay, this is a fantastic card. Does cost 4, but the action is you may dig for a pixie. The downside of the Sparata Realm, there's not many cards that give you a chance to dig for an already lost character, and this can be the one that can tip it in your favour. Everyone's favourite, Giant Centipede. Okay, he's a creature. He does have an effect which is slightly annoying at times, but you cannot deploy characters whilst Giant Centipede is on your canvas, okay, which is a downside. However, he is a 4 shard card. He gives you back 3 in each of your resolve steps, and if you are playing, say for example, a Wishwell trading deck with things like Trading Dock on there, then Giant Centipede on your canvas can be absolutely fantastic. He's giving you some attack to attack enemy characters, reduce them down because he's a 4 shard card. He's also, while doing that, giving you 3 back in each of resolve steps. Okay? And being a 4 shard character, he's not so easy to destroy. Okay. Staying with Wishwell, we have a Violet Flora. Okay? This card has an effect which is one of my favourite effects. It's Dispose. I love Dispose on cards because when you play the card, your opponent sees it. Your opponent sees it's a 2 shard card. It's giving you +1 for each turn during your resolve step, which is absolutely fantastic. If they're going to be attacking your character, they've probably got enough attack to not only destroy the object, but also the character underneath. Or if they just use an ability, for example, Fireball or Breath of Fire, to destroy the object, or not destroy just the object, but destroy the character that the object is attached to, which would erase the character and the object. What you'll find is you can then use the Dispose effect straight away, and on this particular card you can choose a player and then they must discard a card, which is absolutely fantastic. Because so if they've only got a few cards left, or they've got a card, they must discard a card. It does depend on them what they choose, but it is still 1 less card for them to use against you. Going over to Sparata again, we have an Achroma Factory. This is Squish X, where X equals each pixie on your canvas. Okay, so remember that Squish is giving it to another card. So in your resolve step, if you've only got 2 cards, make sure you count that Squish first, because you have to give it to the other card. If you resolve it before you assign the Squish, you're going to lose out on that Squish. So assign the Squish and then resolve that card. This card itself has no resolve for itself. Okay. Staying with Sparata again, we have the Achroma Bomb. I love the Achroma Bomb, it's great fun. 2 cost, gives you -1 to use against your opponent in the resolve steps. They're getting drain 1, As an action, it has Squish 1 as well. Okay. Nice and simple. Going back over to Wishwell, we have a Trader's Pass. Okay. I said before about a Trader's deck. This is one of those cards you're going to want to stick in your Trader's deck. Once during your turn, you may trade, and whenever you trade, you immediately +1. So this is on top of your existing trade. So as you know, at the end of your turn, you have a draw trade step. So with this card on your canvas, you get an extra one, you get a third chance to trade. If you had 2 of these on your canvas, they do stack. So you would have 4 chances to trade. So you've got your start draw trade, your end draw trade, and then each of the 2 cards. And you would get +2 for each of those. So one of these is +1, a second one is another +1. So just trading 4 times during your turn, you would get +8 from having 2 of these out. Absolutely fantastic card. Back over to Sparata, we have Pixie Enlisting. 2 shard card, it's an action, you just reveal a Pixie. Okay. It's a great card to have in your deck if you know you've only got a couple of Pixies. For example, you've got a legendary Pixie or a Pixie you want for a particular purpose. This can actually help you pull that card out of your deck. And last but not least, staying with Sparata, we have Blackout. So you drain 3 shards from all locations with any colour. So that's red, yellow, pink, green, cyan and blue. Okay. It's a very Sparata full pair of decks we have here. But we do have Dr. Cornelius Hugh, which is fantastic. Okay. Got to love a good legendary. This is his standard artwork. And we have Aurium Fracture as well. Okay. And I just absolutely love Aurium Fracture. So it does show you some good chances of some great little cards with these decks. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.